For the very latest on crypto and the trade war and egg prices, there's a lot to talk about. We're bringing in Market Rebellion CEO and Chief Marketing Strategist, Marc LoPresti. It's good to see you.
Pleasure to be with you this evening, Natasha.
Marc, let's back it up to Alicia Nieves's report on those egg prices first. We're still seeing them hovering around $8, and now we see the DOJ investigating if these major egg producers are actually conspiring against us, the consumers. What are your thoughts here?
Well, look, prices go up a lot easier than prices go down. And there's a couple of factors at play when it comes to this crisis at breakfast time here in this country. One, of course, is the avian flu, which resulted in the killing, unfortunately, of millions of chickens. But the other thing that's not talked about that much, there's been a significant consolidation in the industry over the past 10 years of egg producers in this country. There's really only 5 companies that are largely responsible for the domestic egg production and the eggs that we consume here in the U.S. And as a result of this avian flu, we've had to look more towards imports from Turkey, but also from Canada, a country with which we have now engaged in, some would argue would be a trade war with Donald Trump's tough tariff policies. So it's a bit of a mixed bag, an omelet, if you will, of pressures on egg prices that we do expect to continue for the foreseeable future.
Yikes. Yeah, I appreciate that. And you know, you mentioned the stock market and tariffs. Let's talk about the volatility that we've seen since Trump returned to office. You know, post-election gains wiped out. The NASDAQ down 7%, S&P down 4%. The tumbling, you know, as well. We're seeing that. So is this the tariffs in action? Do you think we're headed for a recession here?
I don't think we're headed for a recession. We still remain bullish on the year, and not even all the way towards the end of the year. There was an expectation from the smart money on Wall Street that Trump's tariff policies would cause some short-term pain and some short-term and medium-term volatility. We're seeing that. That's something that we watch very carefully, Natasha. The VIX. The VIX is at a 23 and change right now. That's pretty high. We expect the volatility to continue as these trade policies come into focus. And when it comes to the tariff topic, it's now not a question of if. We know that this tough tariff talk has become tariff policy, but the question now is for how long? How long will it take to get the job done for President Trump to achieve that fairness, that equilibrium that results in a substantial change to those trade imbalances that you covered very accurately in the last segment? I was just covering this story in Mexico just this past previous week, and there is no doubt that the cost of a car, for example, in Mexico or a lot of other places, American cars are substantially higher than the opposite of foreign cars being sold here in this country. We're looking at between tariffs and VATs, 30 to 40% additional cost. That's what President Trump is trying to address here. It's tough. There's some short-term pain. I think the market was smart money in the market was expecting this, but now we're looking to see just how long will this continue, and can the American economy continue to demonstrate strength through this turmoil and volatility?
All right. And with the time we have, in just about 20 seconds, let's talk about the strategic crypto reserve Trump is putting together. Trump's saying this is a pioneering effort here. It is not clear how much Bitcoin the U.S. owns. And since it's a decentralized currency, are you concerned that the U.S. is putting so much time and effort into a digital currency it doesn't control?
Well, I'm actually not. I think this is a good thing for the crypto industry. I think this is a good thing for this country. And I think it is not unlike, Natasha, what President Trump is doing with AI, with Manhattan Project 2.0, Project Stargate. He wants the U.S. to become the leader in cryptocurrency. He wants the U.S. to become the leader in this industry that has taken flight, whether we like it or not. So I think this is a long-term, a good thing for the industry. I think it's long-term a good thing for the U.S. We still have a lot of details to come, not a lot of detail at this summit the other day. So we're hoping that we'll get a lot more detail in the days and weeks to come as to how this policy will play out. But we think it's a good thing for the country.
All right, Marc LoPresti, appreciate your time. Thank you.